Hello, everyone, and welcome. I hope you're as excited for the choir girls as I am. Sorry about that way for the ads there, Coles. We do them early in the stream when it's going to affect as few people as possible, and then get them out of the way for the next hour. Appreciate your understanding. Yeah, so all the skills are what we thought. There's the Jack Atlas skill. The United Pendulums, which is probably the skill that you're going to use with Solfachord. So you're going to be able to get that on Yuya, Zuzu, Gong, Silvio, and Declan. That's very nice. Very happy about that. Making it pretty much a universal skill. And I didn't get lucky, but it does look like they added the Solfachord Link monster to the card trader. But yes, especially with the skill, Solfachord should probably be pretty good. We've been theory crafting it in the DLM Discord, and it should be pretty solid. It's going to be super consistent for sure, especially since like your main searcher, Cutia, will also turn into full scales with the skill. So they basically have the equivalent of having access to the Command of the Doom King skill. Alright, we are coming up to the start of the tournament. Very close here. Where are we at with that? Go to attendees. Ooh, solid turnout today. Very nice. But yes, if you guys did not see it, we had a hell of a tournament yesterday. Probably one of the most exciting Swiss events I have run in a very long time. Hello, Lucio. Is the new set good? In my opinion, yes. We're getting the full Solfachord archetype, which is looking to be pretty dang good. If you don't care about that, though, we do have a significant resonator buff, which is really nice. Anybody who likes Triamid is getting Triamid loading, which is hoggers. They are a girl deck? What are you talking about? Come on. First of all, Kaiba bro, I am pretty sure there's at least one gentleman amongst them. If you don't know the reference. Let's just say it's riffing off of an anime, just like Dragon Maids kind of did. Alrighty, looks like we are ready to start the tournament. Let me go ahead and head on over, make sure that the drops have happened. Looks like they have, so we are going to the brackets. All right, the tournament has begun. Looking like we had about 60 people sign up today with about, I'd guess like eight no deck drops. Okay, let us find the first match of the day. If you are unaware, today's tournament is the Duel Links Grand Prix single elimination. This is going to be our premier single elimination, best of 3, 1 deck, no side. This tournament is significantly quicker than the Swiss one. We'll probably be here for about 3 hours all the way through. As opposed to 6. Are you ready for them, Kyle? Are you ready for the choir girls? Oh my god. Oh my god, Deathroy, why? Is the new mini box out? No, not yet. It'll be tomorrow. Thank you for Deathroy for making me this badge that I can proudly wear. Alrighty, let us find a match. People are showing up. Alrighty, Servi at the top and Alex Roca at the bottom. Setting 1 and passing with Flame High King Genghis, we did draw into our monsters, so it is looking like we are going to potentially full combo here without some kind of interruption. Basically, it's going to come down to, do we have an answer in our back row, or do we get OTK'd? Probably not the greatest opener for the DDD player. Now, it should be noted, we were potentially excited that DDD were going to get buffed with one of the upcoming bundles, the 1-for-1 bundle, as it seemed like it was not going to be limited to 1, but apparently that was not the case, and the leakers were wrong. Not leakers, but the data miners. As that would have significantly buffed the deck, as it would have had another tool to get to its searcher. However, it'd be interesting to see which, if any, decks are actually able to take advantage of a 1-for-1. We do know that Solfachord, for example, are going to be able to do so, as Cutia is their level 1 searcher, and at full combos, it gives you another way to get to their combo line, which is pretty cool. amongst a bunch of other things. You can add it into a deck like Mech Lord, because your nucleus is a level 1. Although probably less needed in a deck like that. Sharks 2 with the tuna. True. Putting the Flame High King Genghis face down doesn't really matter. Means that we can only successfully get one of these back row through. Second activation of Book of Moon, we're going to go ahead and negate that. Forbidden Chalice will keep that from going through, which means you will go face down. Now, if we have... Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to be able to at least break this board a little bit? What? Did we already pen summon? Why did we not pen summon the Doom King? Oh, right. Why'd we put it there? That's a pretty major misplay. And we're just dead now. I've heard that Harrier is devastated for the cross-duel shutdown. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, Juvenile, and I understand the memes surrounding it, but we actually had a bit of a discussion about the fact that end of service for anything, no matter how funny it is unfortunate for anybody who actually did enjoy the product. Each one of us probably has a game that if they were to find out it was getting end of service tomorrow would personally devastate us. While this is probably not true in the case of cross-duel for the vast majority of people, it is undeniable that there were some people out there for whom that game was really cool, and it sucks for them, you know what I'm saying? Cross-duel had 1,000 players at most. I mean, even let's assume, I don't know that for sure, but let's assume that was the case. Like, that sucks for those 1,000 people. Mako, let's see. Mako Pin, you need to check in. AMR, you need to check in. Yamo, you need to check in. And Logan. What else we got here? Echu and Filbert. Tempest and Aerox. You all need to check in. Alright, we're actually going to go ahead and switch matches. No offense to these duelists, but I picked them as the first one that was available, but I have another one that I would enjoy watching right now. Have I seen the Master Duel ban list? Yes, I have. I have some thoughts on it. I feel that there were some good hits and some pretty bad hits, personally. So Super Poly at 3 is really unfortunate. I don't think that card should ever be at 3. I don't think that card should be at 1 or 2, but definitely not at 3, especially not when you're about to get one of the most powerful fusion archetypes that the game has ever seen. In addition to that, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I understand why people hate Floodgates, but I really feel that, like, absolutely slaughtering Floodgates, just as you're about to head into a literal tier 0 meta, and removing any sort of Floodgate style from the game is a big problem. Like, it's... No. Those cards exist for a reason, and while people may not like them, if you literally just delete them from the game, you're literally deleting an entire playstyle, and I don't know if I agree with that. Alrighty. Metal Foes versus Mech Knight. Do we have an answer for the secrets here? We do not. Unfortunate. Scaling the gold driver. I feel that their hit to map was misguided. Fluunderese is a completely fair deck now, especially once you removed the barrier statue. And just making the deck even worse is something I do not agree with. Like, again, I want to remind people, we're literally about to head into a tier 0 format, and you're out here worrying about Fluunderese having some consistency. Okay. We know where your priorities are at, Konami. And looks like we're going to be able to very thoroughly break this board here. We will have the ability to pull Metal Foes Fusion here, though, I believe. Yes. Yami, you need to check in. Because Flu is Floodgate deck M-Pen. If you can't deal with a single monster, I don't know what the heck is wrong with you. Like, seriously. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you here. Cry about it? Like, I don't understand. Me when opponent has a card that does something. After you deal with him, they'll summon another one on your turn. Again, we're literally complaining that the opponent can interact with us. Again, I would say, okay? I don't know. So if you guys are not aware, and you may not care, but I do think it's interesting. Even ban lists for anything are fun just because it is all tangentially related to this game that we're be fair, it's a pretty nasty floodgate against Link decks. Okay. Can I point people out that Scareclaw is a deck and it's a really nasty floodgate against everything that isn't a Link? Like, it's okay for this stuff to exist, right? Hero puts Macrocosmos or Skill Drain, and you guys complain about M-Pen. Real! I guess people's argument about that would be the fact that one of these exists. Alright, that back row needs to be dead, or we are going to get borked up here. It is a Canadia, unfortunately. Just wait until Kashtira comes out. I mean, you just reached Platinum. Well done, Lacoles. Are you playing your Blue Eyes list still? Alrighty, Aaron winning game number 1. Abo Saeed, you'll want to check in. Thank you very much, Gabe. Playing both that and Magicians. Very nice. I agree and disagree, Raspy, for sure. The fact that a deck can theoretically floodgate should be noted. Like, you shouldn't ignore it. But yes. It does beg the question, though, what makes a good floodgate? What makes a fair floodgate? Because I think nobody is ever going to say, I like getting floodgated, obviously. But in the grand scheme of things, there has to be floodgates that are, like, fair, right? Like, you may not personally like them, but they're fine, right? I'll say, for example, that I have always felt that Gozen and Rivalry are fair floodgates. I have felt that Peekaboo is an unfair floodgate. The reason being that Peekaboo forces you to play very unusual decks, whereas stuff like Gozen and Rivalry, there are lots of decks in the game for which those cards literally do nothing. Like, they just do nothing. If you are playing, for example, any typical archetype, I understand that there are archetypes that run a bunch of different stuff. I'm aware of that. And those decks do get hit by it. I acknowledge this. However, for the vast majority of decks, they typically are same type, same attribute. The only thing that a floodgate technically does is maybe stops you from going into out-of-archetype extra deck monsters, which seems like the most tame sort of restriction on your deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it may suck for you, but is it unfair? I don't know about that. Interesting thing to think about, I suppose. Liga is a fair floodgate? Yeah, I think so. Because oftentimes Paliga can be answered by, you know, the one attack that you would have that turn. Paliga only becomes an issue technically if you're able to protect it, which, I mean, if that's what's happening, aren't you just becoming a protect the towers kind of archetype in that situation, which you might as well complain about a deck like Marincess at that point. Harrier's a floodgate resident enjoyer. I don't necessarily think that I'm a, like, floodgate enjoyer. I just acknowledge that they are a part of the game, and if you remove them completely, then it removes an element of interaction and playstyle. Like, to me, anyone who wants to remove floodgates from the game are the same sort of people that if you were to be like, well, okay, we're gonna institute like a you can't special summon more than 5 turns per turn rule. No, you're taking away my ability to combo. I should be able to do it. I should be able to do whatever I want. You know, those sort of like complaints. Like, yeah, there are people out there that don't enjoy combo. Should we, you know, and I'm one of those. I hate watching combo sit there and combo for 9 minutes. I literally, during the DC Cup, was playing my Labyrinth deck. I went second. My opponent is on hero. And despite the fact that the timer, I'm going to remind you, the timer in Master Duel is 6 minutes. Okay. Timer is 300 seconds, 6 minutes. Sat there for almost 10 minutes. 10 minutes watching this hero player combo. They somehow managed to play for 10 minutes with a 6-minute timer. I do not understand how the hell that is possible. But even ignoring that, even ignoring the fact that apparently they're able to bend space and time so that they get more time than it is on the timer, I sat there for 10 goddamn minutes just doing nothing. I literally tabbed out and started reading like one of the, you know, some of the like news forums I'm on and stuff. You're telling me you don't like floodgates, yet I literally have to alt-tab out and go read while you're comboing me. 10 minutes in a TCG or locals is nothing. You're technically not wrong, Juvenile, but my pushback against that would be during that time, like, I'm usually at least like, I don't know, I can talk to my opponent, or I can, you know, there's like the energy in the air going on. It's a lot different when you're sitting in front of a computer screen, nobody else is around, and you're just like watching this person, click buttons for like 10 minutes. You want to know what the real kicker to this story was? His end board was absolute dog water. It was like, what did he end on? I think he didn't know what the hell he was doing, so he ended on like Malicious Bane, Dark Law, Sunrise, and like one other. No DPE. He had no DPE. And I literally went set 5 pass, and then he goes, and I just broke his board. And it was like, literally, my turn? I am not even joking. It took less than 30 seconds. Plasma wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't care. I was playing Labyrinth. Oh god, you have plasma. Who cares? Oh no, anyways? So literally, 30 seconds is my turn. And that's just like because, I can only click so fast. My opponent goes, and I erase his 10 minutes of bullshit in the span of like another 30 seconds of just clicking buttons to break his board. And I'm supposed to be the bad guy because I find sitting there watching, like, to me, unrestricted combo is just as big of a problem as floodgates and the like. I'm sorry. Sometimes it feels like combo players like a sense of entitlement that is just wild. Like, you do not have some God-given right. Click yes over and over and over again. Do you think they should add voice chat to the game? I would be all for it, but oh my god, would that be the worst thing you could possibly do? Absolutely not. Do you want to have a person scream racial epithets at you the entire the entire game? All right. Tackney Frog, you need to check in. Amazing and Curry, check in. Jaeger, you need to check in. Era Flex, you need to check in. Yeah, Dragon actually brings up an incredible point. In Duel Links, I'm sure many of you are aware, but for anyone who isn't, they added the ability for you to click a button that would send your opponent the equivalent of like a thumbs up. Nice job. You did a good job. People were using it maliciously. So for example, let's say that I faced you on the ladder and I absolutely just curb stomped you. Oh, I broke you. I destroyed you. You know what would happen? I'd send you a nice. Like, I just OTK'd you turn 2 and there was nothing you can do. Nice. And you would leave the duel, come back to the ladder screen, and just see this GrandHarrier sent you a nice. And you're like, you son of a beeswax. That wasn't nice. That was awful. That was the worst match that I've ever played. Why the hell are you sending me a nice? There was nothing nice about that. You OTK'd me. There was nothing I can do. What the hell? So they literally had to make it so that the only way you see a nice is if you lose and send the winner a nice. The winner will see it. And if you are the winner, if you nice the loser and they nice you as well, then you can both see it. Yes, Valk, they changed it. They literally changed it. because people were complaining that they would get demolished on the ladder, and then the person who beat them would go, nice. You were getting the toxic nices. Thank you, Giorfio. I will keep that in mind. Aerox, you need to check in. Master G, you need to check in. Hello, Curry. I do apologize for the lack of tournament commentary here. We're just sort of having a chat. DK told you to always send the nice, especially when killing your opponent. Sure, why not? Get as toxic as you want to be. I ain't gonna stop you. Alright, can Aatrox come back from this? Ignacio Antonio, 1998, thank you so much for the follow. Monster move was game there. Technically, yes. Pendulum summon. Pend 1. Pend 2. Searching for the metal foes fusion. Che, you need to check in. Higo and Yasui, you need to check in. Summoning the hamster. We did not interrupt it. Interesting. I guess we are waiting for the Mithrilium. It is now or never. The box seems really cool. I agree, Sean. I'm actually a lot more excited than I was expecting to be, and for reasons that I was not expecting. I'm actually really interested in Solfachord, for example. I think, especially with the skill, Solfachord has the potential to be actually a meta deck. I'm sure you guys already can find your way there, but we can go ahead and grab the box leak page for you. Ooh, saved the Book of Moon for their own Red Moon. He didn't book Myth? Well, why would he need to? This kept him alive. He couldn't get over this 2600 defense. I think that was pretty smart. 1 for 1 really just Infernoid support. It'll definitely help the deck, but there's a lot more that will be able to make use of 1 for 1. Did we draw an offensive Book of Moon? No. Okay. Please, Sean, say it. I need to hear it. Oh my god, of course you would go there. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and now, just imagine, you can also play like 3 copies. Play 3 copies of Apelio or whatever, and then whatever you discard to the graveyard, you can just, banish it. Oh, Jesus. Not like this. No, don't let 1 for 1 be a Ritual Beast starter. No. Aatrox winning game number 2, bringing hope back to the scene. Quick, Canahawk to 1. No. All right. Unironically, Sean, while I hate everything that you just said, I will actually be interested if you can make that work.
Duel.
One for 1 is the 4th Guardian starter. No. Oh, God, no. Why are you guys doing nothing but war crimes here? Please. Yep, hamster. Adding the gold drivers back to hand. A 4th Skull Servant. Is 1 for 1 that good that it had to be limited in release? Yes. Evil Hans, you realize it's also limited in like the TCG and Master Duel, right? That is an incredibly abusable card. Hoping that with the Quinton release next month, there means more support for Cosmo. That'd be nice. I'd like Cosmo to actually be decent. You don't play TCG and Master Duel? So you have, okay, so yeah, 1 for 1, anything that is a generic searcher is incredibly powerful because it's a consistency tool. You have to be careful about making decks too consistent, especially for specific, like, especially when the search targets can technically be so broad. Like, even a card like Reinforcements of the Army, which is limited to warrior type monsters is strong enough that you should keep it at 1. 1 for 1 is literally any level 1 monster. So it technically limits the design space of any level 1 monsters, like, forever, as long as it exists. So you don't want it to be, like, too powerful in that now whenever you're designing level 1 cards, you have to ask yourself, well, people are going to will have 6 copies of this level 1 in their deck. Is that going to be a problem? So you may look at it, and especially in certain card pools, and think to yourself, ah, this does nothing. But just understand that it is incredibly abusable, and limits design space to a degree. Yeah, so oftentimes a card isn't necessarily broken in the immediate moment, but it has the potential to be broken wide open and have abuse, is the best way to put it. Yeah, so like Sean is saying, for example, a card like Quick Fix Spiral, Quick Fix is literally full combo for Spiral by itself. Literally full combo. 1 card. So 1 for 1 can very easily get to that 1 card. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be good. But as others have been saying, Infernoid are definitely going to run that card. So imagine if Infernoid had access to 3 Decatron, 3 1 for 1. Would that be a problem? Do you want to play against Infernoid with 6 Decatron? I doubt 1 for 1 would be a problem. It's debatable. I'd be willing to have that conversation, Chikoto. I mean, there's a bunch of decks that technically can already make use of it. Now, obviously, some of the ones I'm about to list are not necessarily all that much of a problem. But as somebody who really enjoys the Mechlord deck, for example, like Mechlord and Nucleus Infinity is a level 1, so you can very easily get to that, and you're like, oh no, I have to discard, which I can just use for my Triskelion. Oh no! So not only does 1 for 1 help me get to my Nucleus more, it also helps me potentially Triskelion faster. Infernoid don't run Monster Gate 100% of the time, which I think is better than 1 for 1. Most of the successful lists recently, Chikoto, are playing Monster Gate. If you resolve Monster Gate in Infernoid, you basically win. I mean, it's not 100%, but it might as well be. Very few decks can deal with, like, Monster Gate Mill 10. So Evil Hans, what Sean is saying is that if DDD had access to 3 copies of 1-for-1, because we're talking about a world where 1-for-1 isn't limit 1, right? Even if we got 1-for-1 and it was a soft one, a soft limit 1, kind of like, you know, any of the cards you can only get in 1, like Windstorm of Equita. You now gave DDD essentially one of their Keplers back for free. Thank you. That's very kind of you. We have a mod call. Let's peek in. Hello. Issue. Unlimited would be busted. 1-for-1 to swap Cleric for Mekk-Knights. Yep, there's another good example. That is a great example. Alright, let's see. He just disappeared. Cleric is level 2. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, never mind. Thank you. I was just going based off of what Kodo said. I didn't pay attention. In my opinion, Super Poly at 3 will make going second better. I mean, probably, but it'll also... Super Poly has the same problem that Max C does. You think to yourself, ah yes, if I go second, this card will help me. You know what else can be used against you? You're going second, you're starting to build a board, you get 2 monsters on the field, and I super poly them away. Congratulations. Oracalc, get poppin'. Taking out the secrets. And against all odds, Aatrox comes back from the brink against the Floodgate deck and wins. Congratulations, you'll love to see it. Alright, I have been told that Giorfio wants to show off his deck, so I will go give him a little bit of love. any spice today. I can show you the breakdown in just a moment. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. After last night's spice, I'm okay if we're just big chillin' here. We are in the top 2 now, right? No, this is top 16. What happened last night? The finals was Starry Night versus Dark Magician in a 128-man tournament. Alright, Gozu and Aatrox, your next match is live. Yo, what up, Easy Mix? Sorry for ignoring you, bro. I'll get to your message in a bit. I'm just incredibly busy. Well, not busy, but you know what I mean. Running the stream. We'll talk after the tournament. And if you want a knife, go ahead and start a GoFundMe or a Patreon or something. See if people will donate a goddamn knife to you. Alright, getting in for 2,700, bringing back the Equimax in... Hello? Couldn't we have just gone here and gotten boosted? Oh, I guess it wouldn't have been enough. Going into Spatha. Reclusia effect, going after the field spell. Okay. Gonna go into Equimax. Tributing off for the Flame Kaiju and Lethal. Well done. Game number 1, I believe. We'll find out in just a moment. Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time. Swear to God. I'm sorry about that. That's actually completely unprofessional. So I was commenting that the use of 3 effects there to actually make us indestructible was a really good use of the skill there. Very interesting. Get negated. Gonna go for the Dragon's Mirror once again. Wow. We just get clapped up here, right? Did we use a skill again? Did we activate 3 effects? Yes. So, Whirl, what is your thoughts on the ban list, by the way? Am I wrong for finding the removal all floodgates from the game, essentially, to be a bit overkill? Am I just the bad guy? Ooh, we maybe should have toggled on for the... Actually, wait a second. Could we have toggled on here? I guess we could have. Quick effect. Yeah, so we probably should have toggled. Knowing that our opponent is running kaijus, we probably should have toggled on here. Yes, you are, LMAO. I just joined and not trying to be rude, but yes. I mean... I don't know. I don't like it. You may not like floodgates, but the answer is not remove every floodgate from the game. Can you respond to kaijus? No. So I didn't mean respond like... What I meant is, if you know that your opponent runs kaijus, why not DP... Or not DP... Why not DPE at home, Borreload Furious, and take out the Equimax immediately? They didn't remove them, just limits. I mean, you reach a point, Whirl, where it's essentially removing them. John Matry with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. In a best of 1 setting, it's for the best. I mean... There's a lot of things you could say that, though, about with the best of 1. You know, should the Ishizu cards be in a best of 1? Probably not, but they are. I don't know. I think I have for so long been on the train of just run cards to deal with the floodgates. Like, I'm sorry that you want to be able to deal with floodgates with engine only, but there are other cards in the game. Cards like Cosmic... Oh, I don't want to play Cosmic Cyclone because that there are decks that it's not good against. Get over it. You're gonna have cards that are dead against certain decks. What's the big deal? Also, that was a very clever use of the Equimax. I feel like the biggest issue in Best of 1 is Max C. I mean, obviously that is an issue. The fact that Max C goes by unscathed, the bug must be... like, anyone whose argument is like, well, floodgates are unhealthy for... I mean, okay, I shouldn't say this derisively, but, you know, floodgates are unhealthy for the game in a Best of 1 format. Yes, so is Max C. One of those gets to be at 3, though. Not cool. I do understand the arguments in favor of Max C, obviously, but I don't know. I thought limit 2 to the floodgates was fine. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I am the bad guy, and I'll just have to accept that. Let us find another match. I think there needs to be an impartial take on the matter. I will point out though, Whirl, I don't play Floodgate Labyrinth. I play all normal Trap Labyrinth. Would you rather have Nibiru in a bundle as Limit 1 or a Limit 3 as a main box UR? I don't think Nibiru would need to be Limit 1 in Duel Links. There's already very few decks that are going to be able to, like, meet the 5 threshold. So if you want to main Nibiru, then, like, at 3, go for it. I kind of don't care. Like, I'm not even sure if it's obviously not the best way to play it, but the Labyrinth build I play in Master Duel is like, I'm still playing the 3 of the furniture with friggin' Backjack. I'm playing 3 Heavenly Prison, and then like just all the normal traps that blow stuff up or bounce them or whatever. I'm not playing any floodgates. I'm not even playing Dimensional Barrier. What's my favorite cheese? Swiss. After Swiss would be like a very sharp cheddar, like as sharp as possible. Maxi is a terrible card, but it's kind of good in a sense because it makes people have to play around it. Jaden, my one counterpoint to that would be if I'm going second, you've established a full board, and then you're like, draw phase, activate Max C. If Max C could not be used, if Max C was banned and then errated with a version of it that could not be used if you have any cards on the field, I think it would be a much fairer card. But turn 2 protected by like negates Max C is some of the dumbest. Good morning, Top Gun Iceman. Welcome, welcome. I do apologize, guys. I am still incredibly tired after last night's tournament. But again, it was a hell of an event if you guys didn't see it. 128 players, 5 rounds of Swiss, and in the end, it was Starry Knight versus Dark Magician for the finals. Oh my god, probably the best tournament we have had all year long. Did I hit the 8-hour threshold for what? Oh, no. The tournament was actually fairly quick. It was like, I mean, quick quotation marks of like 6.5 hours. No, it was a fairly quick Swiss tournament. Attempting to break the Requiem. Oh, bueno here. Aren't we just dead? Not dead yet. I mean, there may still be a chance. I bet you badmouthed while I wasn't here. People did ask me why I had quote-unquote the bad breakdown with just numbers. They were like, yo, other tournament people usually have nice breakdowns. How come you're just using numbers? And I'm like, because my guy isn't here today. I'm sorry. Normally we have a nice, pretty breakdown. I'm sorry. Grand Prix is E17 breakdown. Solfachord, so we are pretty convinced Solfachord is going to be a good deck, using the new skill specifically, United Pendulum. You're going to wait a week or two? That's always a smart thing. If you don't whale, always wait. Always wait. So here is today's breakdown, by the way. You whale? Well, if you whale, aren't you going to get it anyways? PK10, Code Talker... what is it? 6 Salomon Great Code Talker, 3 Mech Knight Code Talker. 6 Hero Alliance, 6 Mech Knight, 3 Metal Foes, 2 each of a Dark Magician and Rose Dragon, then 1 each of Burning Abyss, Crusadia, DDD, Fossil, Odd Eyes, Medolce, Mermail Atlantean, Rocket, Time Lord. They were out immediately, by the way. Salad, Starry Night, and World Legacy. Wait, an inherently bad archetype is going to be good with a broken skill. Well, okay, first of all, is it a broken skill, Whirlwind? Is it a broken skill? I think it's a good skill. I don't know if it's broken. United Pendulums. At the beginning of the duel, add pendulum zones to your field. The following effect can be once per duel. Select 1 pendulum monster you control and place it in your pendulum zone. Then select 1 pendulum monster in your deck with the same original type but a different original name and place it in the other pendulum zone. Then negate both cards' effects until the end of the turn. The turn you activate this skill, you can only special summon from your extra deck once, except pendulum summons. So the TLDR with this is that you can go like normal summon Cutia search, then activate this skill. Scale Cutia, scale any of the Solfachords from the deck. The interesting thing is that Solfachord will probably end up being like able to play a little bit of back row, which is pretty unusual for pendulum decks. So glad my neglected Noids finally got some support. Yeah, I apologize about that. I'm trying to keep it quiet. I thought I muted myself. Got up easy.
Duel.
Like, I don't think it'll be a ton of back row, but it'll be enough to give you some additional interactions, which will be nice. Like, in theory, it should be a control-ish sort of pendulum archetype, at least in Duel Links. How do I feel about Triamid? Probably too little too late, but it'll be funny to see it like tear up the ladder a little bit when people don't know what the hell it does. You know what? I should take that back. Never count out Triamid. Triamid always finds a way. Goodbye, easy. You will have no knife, don't worry. And Triamid Loading is a very good card, don't get me wrong. That is kind of a pushed card for a bad archetype. I do wonder how people are going to try and play the deck, because the way to play it before was obviously with balance. Are we still going to do that, or are we going to try a different approach? If a field spell is placed face up in your field zone, you can add one Triamid spell trap from your deck to your hand, except loading. If a face-up rock monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Triamid monster with a different name. I can't remember. Can you summon Sphinx off of this? Oh my god, that is busted. So you probably play a fatter list with 3 Sphinx now, right? By the way, guys, we haven't put up the article on the website yet, but I do want to show from yesterday. We had so many decks in the tournament that this is what the abomination of a deck list or the breakdown looks like. I apologize, I am going to cover the screen for just a moment. Look at it. There are so many decks. Oh my god. Triamid loading can be activated with Sartorius skill. Can it? Because it says placed face up. Does flipping count as placing it face up? That's a flip face up. I don't know. Botardo, that is a good question. If the Sartorius skill works with Triamid loading, that'll legitimately probably be the way to play it. We'll find out when we get the card. If it works, that would be awesome. Well, it's going to come down to how Konami decides it. Well, keep in mind, Sean, it places it face down, not face up. So when you flip it up, does Triamid loading count that? Yeah, I think we'll have to see. Here is how, look how beautiful this is, by the way. This top 32 breakdown. Oh, if you love deck variety, oh my god. This top 32 breakdown. Mwah. Someone test on Master Duel. Oh, I look at this and That is so good. And here is today's breakdown. The world is healed. Maybe it was a flash in a pan, maybe it was a single tournament, but by God. I legitimately had so much fun yesterday. Oh my God. I cannot stress how much fun I had. This feels like extended BM. Don't we have lethal already? I like this meta except Dark Magician. I like DM, it's just, to me, it seems bad. What do you mean bad? Like you don't think it's a good deck, or you don't like what it does in the meta? I personally think the deck is good, but I understand if anyone doesn't like it or thinks it is bad. I get it. No, but I mean, everyone is entitled to their opinions, of course. I don't want to discount someone who thinks that the deck is bad or not good or whatever, so I respect it. Hello again, the shiny golden touch. Welcome. Ripple set the back row and pass back to Curry. It's interesting how they added Triamid loading, as it is a recent card in the TCG. How recent is it, actually? Triamid loading release date. This came out in 2021. You missed out on the signups? Well, don't worry. We will have another tournament probably on Friday or Sunday. I'm guessing Sunday. So just make sure you have the Duel Links events role in the Discord and you will get notified. It does seem are there other were there any other Triamid cards created at the same time as loading, or was it just like a one-off random creation? Recommended card. According to Yu-Gi-Oh!.fandom.com, some recommended cards include Chronomaly Tula Guardian, and Tobj 182. Thank you so much for that Prime subscription. I really do appreciate that greatly. If you do not know, all the edges and all the subscriptions go right back into the community. We host over how much, what is it right now, 50 plus like $65 minimum per week in tournament prizes, sometimes more every week per month. And so basically everything that is earned in this channel goes right back into the community as prize support. So we greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Whirlwind, you are correct. Duel Links got wagon before the TCG by about a month. Kiteroid is in fact, aside from the other games, why am I drawing a blank? The what the hell are they called? There's a specific series of games. Why the hell am I... Tag Force. Duel Links has been the recipient of a bunch of Tag Force exclusive cards. Thank you so much for the kind words, Anto. That's it means a lot to me. Now, I do apologize for these particular tournaments, the Duel Links Grand Prix SEs. I do roll out of bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I realize these ones can be a little bit more scuffed than the normal stream, so I do appreciate your guys' understanding. Oh, we are still waking up out here. Is Kiteroid the only one that doesn't exist? Oh no, there's a bunch of them. I think like the Cat Girl cards, for example, are exclusive to Tag Force and Duel Links, if I'm not mistaken. they're usually like bad cards that were put in like decks of like some of the NPCs that you would beat up. Like, I think Kite Roy is the only one that was ever like quote unquote meta. Cat Girl Magician? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Cat Girl cards are an example of not in OCG or TCG. And you can tell if you look at them because they're bad. Here. How can you not like look at that? How could you not look at that and think to yourself, clearly this is one of the most Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time. I don't mean to be mean, but this artwork though. Hello, Reliant Rumble. This artwork though, come on. What are you doing? We hired like okay, I probably shouldn't say this because again, respect to any and all artists. I cannot art. But oh my lord, it really does feel like we're out here hiring like first year deviant art artists. Book of Moon will put the Volflame face down. Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah, we can show it again. I mean, you can look in game, just search up Cat Girl, but we were talking about cards that are exclusive to the video games, basically. Grand Tusk Dragon. Got it, yes. Did we get Grand Tusk before the TCG, though? Why did we lance this? What were we worried about? That wasn't lethal, right? Piercing the Darkness wouldn't have done anything. Cat Girl, Cog Climb when? Yeah, Sean, when are we gonna use Cat World, make our 4,000 attack Cat Girl Magician? Come on. Finally gonna activate Treason Phantom on turn 5. Normal summoning the Ancient Cloak here. Do we have the ability to go into some form of interruption is the question. There is the full Metal Foes fusion. Not waiting for us to go into the Break Sword here. We're going to seek to interrupt right here, right now. Activate Alcahest. Get Yoinkin on the Ancient Cloak. Unfortunately, that might just be it here. One last back row to deal with. Only 6 days until the Mario movie. Do we actually think that's going to be good, by the way? Do I feel like there is a tier 1 deck right now? I still do think that... Whoa, why Piercing the Darkness? Interesting. Huh. Just in case we get interrupted here, we want to be able to keep the cloak out of the graveyard. How to put this? I think Phantom Knights is still an extremely good deck, and it should keep its tier 1 status simply based off of the fact that it has tier 1 representation. I cannot wait for Chris Pratt with his iconic catchphrase. It is I, the Mario. I'm going into the Mario film with the expectation that it's terrible, so I can't be disappointed. Reliant, do not doubt the ability for something to sink lower than even your low expectations. Chris Pratt's iconic catchphrase. It's a Wednesday, my dudes, Mamma Mia. The Sonic movies were better than they had any right to be, for sure. Why are we dooming? This is the company that birthed Minions. We're dooming because this is the company that birthed Minions. Alright guys, I want you to propose... Okay, we all know that terrible, terrible movie adaptations exist, right? You know, we're talking stuff like the Dragon Ball Z movie. I want you to come up with another awful adaptation of a property that should probably not be a live-action movie. Could they absolutely ruin a live-action Yu-Gi-Oh, for example? OMFG Avatar, great example. A Mogus movie. It's like... Netflix's Death Note? Sure. I will say the one counterpoint to Netflix, or to the Death Note, is that the Death Note, like, live action series from Japan, or I don't know, is it Japan or is it Korea? Regardless, the other live action Death Note is actually pretty incredible, in my opinion. So, like, the Netflix Death Note is awful, and it deserves no mercy. But there is an example of that series actually being done well. Roblox, the live-action movie, that is incredible, yes, okay. Fortnite movie, yes. But here's the thing. I think all of these are incredible, especially if you do them serious. Like, imagine an Among Us movie that is done in the style of like Aliens, like hardcore, like serious, like no jokes, like pretending like the crew has been infiltrated by an alien. It literally is just like The Thing again, but on a spaceship. Fortnite lore is a thing. Okay, but like, would Fortnite lore give us like that scene from what the hell is it called? The Ready Player One? Would we get a scene where it's like, oh, look at, I recognize all those characters? You could probably do an actual good Valorant movie, sure. I think that's, like, legitimate. Obviously, stuff like Arcane has shown that if you put the money and effort into actually making it good, it can be good. I mean, heck, look at Cyberpunk. Edge Runners is legitimately an amazing series, and it was birthed out of probably one of the biggest disappointments of a game in like the last couple years. I will say though, Cyberpunk is actually in a good spot now, like gameplay wise. Like it's pretty much, it's playable. You can play it and enjoy it. But yeah, Edge Runners, it's an example of extended universe content done well. Fortnite lore is just the prequel to the John Wick franchise. Is that actually a thing? Are you being serious, J-Toast? Because I want to believe that you're being serious right now. Have I already reviewed the leaks? What leaks? Are you talking about the... No, not really. If you're talking about the... We've talked a little bit about the decks that we think might be good. One of the most famous Battle Pass final rewards was the John Wick skin. You know what would be awful? Live action Family Guy sitcom. Yes. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Make it happen. Oh Jesus. Yes, I am in for that. Good God. Ooh, we got the Chalice, so negating the Alcahest means that we are gonna be able to just OTK here, right? Wait, no, can we get to OTK so we can Tiramisu send 2, and then Chocolate a la Mode will summon another one, so this is just lethal? Oh, guess not. Live action Sword Art Online, that is an abomination. Because you know they would play up the more troublesome aspects of that one too. Have I seen the AI rendition of live action Family Guy? I have not, Val. Please send that to me. Hello, by the way, Drewy. Okay, so we may not have lethaled here, but it's like literally no coming back from this. Have I seen the AI SpongeBob stream? I have. I think that one's kind of bad. The good AI streams on Twitch have been the Nothing Forever before they had to do the revamp. Now it's just garbage. The Always Break Time is okay if you want like an anime version of it. And then probably the best one, in my opinion so far, is the steamed ham one, the Simpsons one. Unlimited Steam or whatever. All right, Madolche winning in a 2-0 victory. Well done. All right, let's take. Oh my God. What the hell am I looking at? This is horrifying, and I think I'm on board for it. If you wanna see it, Puzzling Valk posted the link above. All right, sorry, I was looking at the YouTube video there for a second. All right, let's go ahead and find another match. What the hell? AI was a mistake. All right, so we are fully in the top 8 now. Your top 8 decks today are Madolche, Dark Magician, Crusadia, Mech Knight, Phantom Knight, Mech Knight, and Metal Foes and Heroes. If you haven't watched Heroes today, let's go watch that. Yeah, new box is looking pretty good, especially for a mini. Obviously, it's better if you have like Resonator and stuff like that, but even just Solfachord is looking like it might actually be pretty good with the new skill. Red Dragon Archfiend gonna go ham soon. True, and I'm ready for it. 3 Solfa as SR is kind of Pepega credit. I mean, yeah, but remember, SR and Ultra Rare in a mini box are literally identical, so who cares? There's a new Pendulum skill. Yes, Jabberwork. Go to your second tab in game and click on the lifetime missions to be added. what did we add? We added polymerization. Interesting. Did not go for super poly. Back row to deal with here. Piercing the darkness. We're gonna pend one. Piercing, searching, or drawing one. We're gonna go into the aura calc. Fusion, get searching. Stealing, get poppin'. Grabbing us a copy of the Metal Foes Fusion once again. Mithrilium to the field. We're gonna activate aura calc to get poppin'. We already had the super polymerization. We are going to use the Mithrilium and the Neos on the field to go into a Nova Master. Full Flame will be able to beat over thanks to the Piercing the Darkness, however. Do I have access to a Sulfa list? I can show you what the people in the ELM Discord have been brewing. Give me just 1 second. Looks like some more lists have been posted since then, but they're all fairly similar. In DLM, what channel? The Solfachord channel. Yeah, Sui winning game number 1. Something like this, maybe. Depends. I don't know if you'll need the Wavering Eyes. I think it'll depend on what the meta is like, but probably Wavering Eyes is probably pretty good. In theory, maybe you could cut back on the Wavering Eyes for a little bit more back row. Yes, indeedy. So what did we search for this time? We added this super poly. Okay. Hello, Barox. Welcome, welcome. So good of you to join us. Okay, out here, mad about Neos. Open Neos win. True, true. Let's see, where did Che lose? Oh wait, no, Che didn't lose. Hey, what are you complaining about? You're in the top 4 right now. So with Synchro Overtake, you can summon Quasar with the new skill by adding Synchron Carrier and a tuner for discarding, Overtake, and a junk converter. So, wait. So that's a how many card combo? Synchro Overtake, junk converter, and a 2. So that's a 3-card combo. Is this with or without using the skill on turn 3? Are you doing this turn 1 or are you doing this turn 3? Turn 1 with the skill. Okay. What's the turn 3 part of the skill? There's some part that's limited to turn 3. Is that the adding the life stream? Okay. So you're saying you can do it turn 1 without that part of it. I look forward to seeing that happen. That'll be pretty cool. Metal Foes Fusion. What happened to Shooting Star Road? It's still there, but that focuses on Shooting Star Dragon. Will 1 through of the box be enough for what? If you mean for the Synchro, if he's talking about using Synchro Overtake, then no. You would want to probably max that out, I'm assuming. Also, Yasui is currently up again? No. IDP taking out both of the Mithriliums, unlucky. People, that's why you save your tickets. Well, the tickets wouldn't work that way, Shiny Golden Touch. I guess it technically depends, Valk. You may be right. But they did technically give us the Solfachord link outside of the box. So it depends on if you count that as part of it. Super polymerization. Get yoinkin'. Curry correctly remembers that Piercing the Darkness is once per turn. Oh, wow. Are Time Lords going to be goated or a letdown? They'll be a good ladder deck. Are they going to be a tournament deck? Remains to be seen. High Maiden is a hell of a card, though. Is there a Zeno locked in Solfachord? I don't believe so. Jeez, okay, these people are literally top decking like the most busted... Although, can we actually do anything here? Oh, so Piercing the Darkness will draw. If we scale here, this is amazing. Metal Foes Fusion will allow us to fuse here. I believe we can get to what? Orichalc? Or, we probably don't have any more Mithriliums left. Oh, top decking into a scale as well. The one that we need. Gonna be able to Pendulum Summon, bring back copy of the Volflame. I'm sorry, Murata, but unfortunately it looks like you're not a true fan of the Choir Girls. Suddenly, Metal Foes are back in the driver's seat. Heroes will have 2 cards. There's going to be very few. Oh, well, there's one of the cards that you want to see. Imagine if the Metal Foes fusions were Pendulum, real. Searching for another copy of Miracle Fusion. We are big chillin' here, though. We're going to be able to get into... Ooh, going for the Great Tornado. Get Reducin'. We're just dead here, aren't we? Wait, no, we can get out of this. Somebody forgot that Piercing the Darkness was still a card. Oh, what? Oh, beautiful. So we're 1-1 here. Okay. Hello, Dragino. And Shay's favorite move, normal summon Elemental Hero Neos as your opening play. Activating to grab a copy of Super Polymerization and set 3. Loaded every game. I wish you could stream some Duel Link content except the tourney like DK did. I've been trying to do more than that, Dragino. I've been trying to do about one ladder climb stream a week. I will admit part of the issue that has kept me from doing it is just the fact that I do work full-time. So full-time plus the Meta Weekly plus the Grand Prix plus the Grand Prix SE just makes it so incredibly hard. It's like working 2 jobs right now. So finding the energy to do just like those chill streams is pretty hard because a lot of times I just want to like, you know, but I get it. I understand where you're coming from, and I definitely would like to do it more. So I have been trying to do at least 1 ladder climb stream per week in the last couple weeks, which I have been able to do. We've had 2 weeks of Dark Magician ladder climbing, averaging about 3 hours each. Does anyone know if Red Rain works on Xyz and Links? Yes, because they don't have levels, they're gonna get yeeted. Goodbye. Yeah, keep in mind, the only thing that Red Rain is looking at is the monster that will remain on the field is the highest level one. So that means no Xyz and no Link will ever remain. They will always get yeeted. But I do appreciate the kind words, Drakino, that is something you would like. I will, like I said, continue to try and do at least 1 per week. Hello, Hiden. Jaden, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, bro. Crackdown number 1. Ooh. Did not have an answer for this, unfortunately. Resonator tier 2 or cope? I mean, we'll see. A face-down monster does not have a level, so it will get yeeted. Link Monsters also does not have a level. Yeeted. There will never be a situation where either of those monsters will remain. Is when there's 2 monsters on the field, then everything gets well, first of all, oh, you're talking, yo, in that situation, if I'm not mistaken, all monsters would get yeeted. Oh, no, absolutely, Dragino. I definitely like the same thing. I did enjoy the chill ladder streams. If anything, the new box is here, like, actually released? You're joking, right? I thought it was tomorrow. I was about to ban you, so... if anything, and I don't say this to be, like, disparaging or anything, while I understand, for example, why Decade switched over to Master Duel, one of the things I've actually been kind of sad about is just the fact that there's so little chill ladder streams. It is the same as basically what I'm doing, where it's just tournaments. And one of the appeals of Decade's streams during the vast majority of Duel Links was that you did have the, you know, it would be like 3 days. It would be 1 day of tournament, 2 days of chill ladder time. And that was always a lot of fun. I wish I could get there, like, realistically speaking. That would be something I would love to do. Right now, I do kind of... I do kind of feel committed to at least doing 2 tournaments, because I want to continue doing the Meta Weekly so that it continues to exist. So at the bare minimum, with the Meta Weekly and then the Grand Prix, that's 2 days committed. Technically, like, if I was to cut something, this tournament and this time slot would be the first one to go. But when I started doing tournaments, one of the things that I wanted to do was to try and offer stuff for people that otherwise... I'm not saying that they don't have it, because obviously there are Japanese events, but I wanted to offer one in the Japanese event time slot. And it's been successful enough that I've felt justified in continuing to do it. We need a Grand Prix MCS. I would like to do something like that at some point, Che. I do have a couple people who have offered to help fund a version of it, but have I considered charging $10 entry fee? I'm not sure that we would get enough people to justify it. I could poll and see. And Heroes always winning in the end. Yasui wins game number 3. Well, the problem with funding the first one, is there an entry fee right now? No, all of our events are free. They are funded both by the Adges and by anybody who subs to the channel. And then anything else that we, anything else I cover out of pocket. Why don't I host a collab with Quantum, Chathead, Icy, and others? I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't think that necessarily, like, inherently boosts anything. But I'm down for it. Like, first of all, I think Chathead has fallen off for the time being due to real life, and probably, if we're being real, I don't think he had very good success with his streams, and I think it discouraged him quite a bit, which is unfortunate. I understand how that can feel, so I don't want to discount it, but I get the impression he was really sad at how he wasn't getting, like, quick returns on people being interested in the streams, which is something that I did struggle with very early on. The one thing that I had in my favor, I guess technically, is that I had the ability to kind of quote-unquote leech off of people's interest in the Duel Links Meta Weekly. Hans, that is part of it, but I'm just giving my opinions. That I think he was also, because he did make some comments occasionally about it on his streams. And I think it is reasonable if you're hosting like a $100 tournament and you have like 11 people in the channel, it can feel kind of like, it can feel bad. People tend to have like unrealistic expectations of how viewership on a streaming platform works. Like, you know, look at what we have going on here right now. With the average viewership that this channel gets, did you know that this channel is considered like a top 0.1% on the platform? That is insane to me. I'm very happy with the success that we've found here, but you're telling me that a stream that is getting between 75 and 200 people is a top 0.1% stream? Like, bro, you look at that and people's people look at streams that have thousands, like the extremely rare ones that have like thousands or tens of thousands, and they think like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna work towards that, not realizing that if you have like what we have right now, where there's like 75 people here, big chillin', like that is amazing, as far as in many respects. One second, I will be right back, guys.
Duel.
Alrighty, Kuya Hertz versus Sir V. Who's excited for 2 new Red Dragon Archfiend bosses? Archfiends, or sorry, Resonators do be kind of feasting on this box. I'm definitely... What do I think about Konami not encouraging content creator of Duel Links? This game is still alive because people like... Okay, first of all, I want to push back on you, Rebellious. Your first point is not true. The game is alive because there are still lots of people that play the game. There are like hundreds of thousands of Duel Links players that still exist. Like tens of thousands of everyday players, hundreds of thousands of, or at least several hundred thousand, like, on again, off again players. Look what happened to Rush Duel. No content creator. The game died. Yes and no. The problem with Rush Duel is that it got no continued support. There's more players now than before. I'm not sure that's true, Che. You seem to be forgetting the fact that there were, you know, we had the great Master Dueling of 2022. Now, you do make a good point, Rebellious. It is a broader problem with Konami, where they seem to waffle between doing good and bad support for their games. So, like, Konami EU, in my opinion, has actually been doing a decent job sponsoring or supporting, say, Master Duel, with stuff like the Challenger Cup and whatnot. The Invitational, which was kind of silly. No, but I understand what you're talking about, Rebellious. Like, yes, you are right to a degree, but like, let's be honest. You know, the big players in the Twitch, quote unquote, okay, I shouldn't say this. The big players in the Twitch Duel Links space are earning like, or not earning, are getting like anywhere between 20 and like 200 people watching, right? If you're Konami, do you look at that and think that's, what does it do for you to reach out to anybody like that? Realistically speaking, it doesn't really do anything, right? For good or bad, Konami is going to look at people that are the big names that don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they want to get people who aren't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! To look into the game. Now, There are some ways that Konami could theoretically wait, hold up. We live here? What is going on? How does Kuya win this? Oh, we weren't able to go for lethal, that's why. Okay. We gave our opponent a chance. Dark Magical Circle, get Banishin. Okay, now I understand. If Konami teams up with Twitch, the numbers can insane. Senpapi was Twitch front page for Hispanic month and got like 10 to 20k viewer average. Wow, that's impressive. That's awesome. Well done for him, or like awesome for him. If you guys don't know who Senpapi / SenTTV is, he's a really chill Master Duel streamer. You should definitely check him out if you just want to like chill and vibe while watching some Master Duel content. Wrong button. So the one thing I would say to that, Rebellious, is that it would be nice if Konami would reach out to tournament organizers and give them something cool that they could give people. Like, imagine if I, as a tournament organizer, could give people like unique icons or something, or playmats in game, or like if I, because they're introducing, for example, the ability to enter codes with the Death of Cross Duel. They're giving like people the ability to enter a code, right, to get stuff. I think it would be hella awesome. Like, imagine being able to rock like a tournament organizer playmat, for example. Like, yo, congratulations, you won this tournament, you get a cool playmat. That would be cool. I would love to be able to give that away to people. But that's the kind of stuff that would be cool. Duel Links Alpha does bring up a good point as well. Having something like drops. Drops would be cool. Do we have an interruption here, or do we die? Chocolate a la mode. Okay, we don't die here. We will float. But yeah, drops would be cool. I don't like drops for... Is there anything... Okay, obviously the Duel Links playfield doesn't necessarily lend itself to something like a mate. But is there anything else? I think, obviously, character portraits are like the one untapped area. Like, it would be cool if you could get alternate character portraits. Out of curiosity, how many of you here, if you spend money in Duel Links, how many of you here would spend money on character portraits? Not even, let's say it's not even that much. Let's say it was like $1 or $2 for a character portrait. Would you buy it? Well, you don't have to buy mats and sleeves because you get so many of them. Maybe like one. Okay. But yeah, I do think it would be potentially interesting if they found more ways to... Excuse me one moment. Alrighty. We get kind of punished here if this is a usable back row. Oh, Forbidden Chalice. Wow. Actually punished here. Pretty sure Sir V just wins here now, right? We should be able to get to... Decade never got sponsored by Konami. I don't believe so. I believe the issue is cash prizes for tournaments. Unlucky. Imagine Chalice being the game changer. Wait. What? Wait. We made Tiara Misu and then did not use Tiara Misu's effect? Wow, okay. Unlucky. So your top 4 is Mech Knight versus Heroes, Dark Magician versus Mech Knight. The unfortunate reality, though, is that with Master Duel being the bigger game, Konami probably just feels like no need to specifically go out of their way to, like, don't get me wrong, they're obviously still advertising Duel Links, and they're still updating it, and they're still putting out events and all that, or not, I shouldn't say events, but like the fact that they're still highlighting it with certain things does mean that it is one of their pillar games. But they probably just figure that all of their like 90% of their advertising budget is much better put into Master Duel for them, which from a business standpoint does make sense.
Duel.
Yeah, my biggest issue is that it would be nice if you could spend gems for structure decks only. You should be able to get 3 structure decks with gems. Just let people do it. But whatever, it is what it is. Yasui going in for double Sunrise. We're going to put one of them face down, attack in, and pass back to our opponent. Eye that Binds going in. We're able to take out the face down Sunrise. Canadia when going to the battle phase. Indigo Eclipse moving just in case. We do draw a Nightfall off at the top. Must be nice. Mech Knight Blue Sky is going to activate, adding a copy of Yellow Star and Purple Nightfall. We have what is your back row? Second copy of Crackdown. Giga Chad, come forth Nightmare Phoenix. Not able to do anything except this attack. Ice Dragon's Prison, finally have a card in the graveyard for us to activate it on. Get Yoinkin taking the Red Moon and the Yellow Star. Eyes that Bind, Baboos. We're going to be able to wipe the field. World Legacy Secrets to bring back the Indigo Eclipse, and that is lethal. We will win game number 1.
Duel.
Alrighty. Swap Cleric and the Link Disciple. We have the Purple Nightfall. Purple Nightfall will be able to dodge out, searching for another Mech Knight if we so desire. We might just go into our Link 2. Nope. Get dodging. So you want more game modes so you can get more gems. What I think they should do, as a means to try and take advantage of, specifically the, gem economy in the game, would be to institute permanent reductions in older boxes. I think older boxes should always be half gems, and then I think the oldest boxes should be like 1/4 gems. you basically make the gems that you get in game more valuable by making older boxes able to be, you can get more of them. Not everyone plays competitive in Duel Links. Well, no. The main benefit to competitive Duel Links is that it shows, it gives deck lists for people to net deck. That's the primary benefit. Like, don't fool yourself for any other thing. That is the primary benefit to every player of Duel Links. If you can look at good decks and you know what to build, that benefits you as a ladder player. I have a feeling that Yasui... Okay, first of all, why is Neos here? Why is Neos not here? Wait, okay, this might actually make sense. I think we're still in a bad place because we will have the trap. Konami is an evil company that wants to milk us. Well, I mean, any company should, in theory... Whoa! Oh, son... Oh, why are we doing this? I guess it doesn't matter in the end-ish. Actually, wait, no, this... Whoa, I take back everything I said. This might actually be super intelligent. That is unfortunate. Get negated. I don't know if you should ever have a free card pool wandering, but definitely make it like super, super cheap. If you're opening packs for like 25 gems a pack instead of... Or sorry, I don't know. Imagine if older boxes, like the oldest ones, were like 10 gems a pack. Oh, wow. Able to full clear here and get in for lethal. Well done, Susu Soya. I do think they could benefit by putting more cards in the card trader over time. As opposed to just being free cards, if that makes sense, wandering. If you started putting like really old box cards into the card trader, I think that would be fine too. Not all of them, but some of them. Jaden, yes. So whenever the selection boxes are out, they typically do the half gem sale, which is, or the half box price gem sale-ish. The card trader has given us one playable deck ever when it was Aroma. I don't think the card trader necessarily needs to give us a playable deck. I would put like some of the older quote-unquote staples go in there. Could be nice, for example. I should be careful when I say staples. I mean like the off-meta staples. Circle. Get Banishing by putting the Dark Magician down. Face down. We will not be able to search for the Quick Play Fusion. Unlucky. Secrets of Dark Magic using the Dimension Conjurer. Ice Dragon's Prison. Get Yoinkin. Taking everything from the boy. Monster... Okay, that's kind of funny. Passing turn. Monster move once again. Tributing. Oh, how bad did you brick, Kuya? Apprentice Illusion Magician, searching for Dark Magician to the field. What were we targeting? Forcing out the Purple Nightfall, still 3 back row to deal with. Second IDP, get Banishing. Book of Moon will stop this attack. Nightfall returns, summon the blue sky, able to search for 2 here. Come forth, Nightmare Unicorn, get Sendin. Purple Nightfall, just absolutely flooding the board. God dang. Okay, winning game number 1. Okay, may be the GOAT, but he has forsaken us by playing Mech Knights. Unlucky. I feel like they should do a Master Duel kind of system for trading cards in. So the one problem with that, Jaden, is I don't think you realize just how much that immensely benefits older players over newer ones. It's kind of unfair just how much it would benefit older players. Why shouldn't we benefit? Because isn't the whole argument how to make the game accessible for new players? Do you really think Konami is going to institute a system that is fair to new players who have barely any resources? No. Okay, so Valve. So for example, let's say that you are Konami and you want to allow people to trade in box ultra rares or something, right? Like let's say it's literally 1-to-1 the Konami system from Master Duel. Do you realize that somebody like me, I will literally never have to buy anything in this game ever again? Now, would I be okay with that personally? Absolutely. But is Konami gonna do something? When I am proven as somebody that will purchase cards in this game, does Konami gain anything by making it that you have to weigh the possibility of how much does this draw in? No. Puzzles. I would absolutely be okay with never having to spend another dime in this game. 100%. Of course, I'm okay with that. Let's go. But you have to, we're talking about something that would realistically happen, right? So me, who could literally trade in ultra rares until eternity and never have to get anything again, that means that if they were to implement such a system, it would be one that would be extremely unfair to new people. And I would much rather have something that benefited new people getting into the game as quickly as possible. That benefits me as both a tournament organizer and as a player of the game than any sort of like, can I get the latest meta deck? At least to me personally. Much rather see people able to get into this game much easier. The realistic changes that I could see happening to this game are, 1, permanent gem sales increasing in percentage the older the box, more frequent dream tickets, 1 per month from PvP minimum, good battle pass system, like it is wild to me that we don't have a battle pass system similar to Master Duel. Like, why not? You may not like it, Luna, but battle passes work. Imagine if you could spend like whatever the gem cost is, like, I don't know, 1,000 gems, 1,500 gems, whatever. And then over the course of a season, you could earn like, I don't know, 2 to 3 dream tickets. Or whatever it was. I don't know what the number is. Let's say 2. Yeah, so structure decks 3x with gems. Selection packs with gems. At least 1 full box clear. Like, these are changes that could legitimately come to the game without killing the economy. Because the thing that people, like, the thing legitimately that Konami is going to be worried, quote unquote, worried about is whether or not the game's economy is negatively impacted. Just leave the gems at the same cost. So three copies of this structure would be 3,000 gems total, or whatever it is. We are incredibly dead here. Isn't this a non-side tournament? Yeah? Why? Have we seen sided cards or something? He showed wrong game, Curry. We watched another Mech Knight, Susu. Hello, by the way, Nifroth. Are you excited about the great purging of the floodgates? Every single floodgate and every floodgate enjoyer taken out behind the back shed and just murdered. Line every floodgate up against the wall and spray it down with blood. You will combo or you will get out of our game. You will. If I see you setting a single goddamn purple card, I will find you and I will end you. How do I clip that? Don't clip that. So if you want to know how to clip something on Twitch, at the bottom of the screen, there's going to be the equivalent of yeah, perfect timing. Also, Nifroth, can we expect a choir girl stream to COG? Apprentice Illusion Magician searching for a copy of Dark Magician. A normal summon gonna be able to banish. Say goodbye to your swap cleric. Dark Magician's drawing a card. Activating. Oh, we're just going all in. We are just going all in. My mans don't care. Also, yeah, by the way, the fact that A is playing this deck with IDP over memory is wild. Holy. Konami looking at Che right now being like, but no, you weren't supposed to do that. No, you were supposed to play the memory. You're not supposed to take memory out of your deck. All right, Kuya going first. Normal summoning the Dark Magician, activating Secrets of Dark Magician, set 2 and pass. Our opponent will set 1, building the column, Purple Nightfall, the best. What are the other decks in top 4? On the other side was Heroes versus Mech Knight. Mech Knight won, so Mech Knights are waiting in the grand finals. We will either have a repeat of this match of Dark Magician versus Mech Knight or a Mech Knight mirror match. I guess if you have a heck of spicy tournament, you are doomed to having a meta one on the next. Not sure if you saw the results from yesterday's tournament, Steven. Oh my lord, did we have possibly one of the most spicy tournaments we've had in a very long time. God damn, was it something else. Elaborate? Well, sure thing. We're gonna tell you a story. So first of all, here is the deck list breakdown of yesterday's tournament. Yeah, if you can't read the names, that's because there were so many goddamn decks. What happened to Luke Tyler? He's still around. You say that about PK, but it was only 19 Phantom Knights in a tournament of 128 people. That's not that bad. Here is the top 32 breakdown. And the grand finals of yesterday's 128 player Swiss tournament was Starry Night versus Dark Magician. Starry Night swept 2-0 victory, which meant that Starry Night went 10-0 through the entire tournament. Let's go, baby! We just get punished here, right? Because that's probably gonna be an IDP. We actually probably shouldn't have fusioned here. He was dead if he didn't fusion? Why? Oh, right, because we could pop both. Well. Yeah, he has Kiteroid, trust, don't worry. Well, you tried. Nice to see Dark Magician is trash again. How about the fact that you're facing friggin' IDP in Mech Knights when you're not supposed to? Konami said remove IDP from Mech Knights, and Che said no. Also, I would like to once again share. I love this community, and thank you, and I hate you, Deathroy. This gift given to me by Deathroy. I hate you so much. I hate you so very much. Alrighty, we are just waiting for both players to arrive. And after the tournament, I will give my thoughts about the box. So all the skills were confirmed. So a bond illuminates the future. Roaring Soul. And United Pendulums, accessible on Yuya, Zuzu, Gong, Silvio, and Declan. What deck will use 1-for-1? Solfachord will, most likely. Infernoid. Because Infernoid needed a buff. Take care, Rebellious. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. a synchro monster used by Yusei in the anime that changes the future. It gains additional attacks for the number of non-tuner monsters used as materials for synchro summoning. Also, once per turn, it negates the activation of a spell card, trap card, or monster effect and destroys that card. When this card is removed from the field while face up, you can special summon a shooting star dragon from your extra deck. The stars unite to rush to the future. Cephalon, the Ultimate Time Lord. Z1's Key Time Lord card. You can special summon it when you have 10 or more monsters in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can special summon a level 8 or higher fairy type monster from your hand or graveyard. The effect of monsters special summoned by this effect are negated, but its attack will become 4,000. So you can still attack with this massive attack and make your opponent feel there is no hope in this world. Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend, a synchro monster worthy of a king that can destroy all special summoned monsters with lower attack than this monster's attack once per turn, and then inflict 250 damage to your opponent for the number of monsters you destroyed. Although your monsters will be destroyed by this effect, you can end the duel immediately if you destroy monsters with powerful effects that are activated when they are destroyed. Shooting Riser Dragon, a tuner synchro monster, works well with various decks. After synchro summoning, send a monster with lower level than this card to the graveyard and decrease the level of this card by the level of that monster. Also, you can synchro summon a monster using monsters in your field, not on apparently, including this card during your opponent's main phase. Wavering Eyes, Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend, Time Maiden, Red Rain, Solfachord Cutie Up, Solfachord Fancy Up, Solfachord Coolie Up, Synchro Overtake, Yazi, all right, have the players showed up for their match yet? They have. It may not be the most exciting matchup, but let's show appreciation to our grand finalists nonetheless. Susu Soya versus Che, making it to the grand finals of the Duel Links Grand Prix single elimination number 17. We have instituted roles for the winners for the tournament in the Discord as well now, so if you happen to win one of these events, you will get a shiny role in the Discord as our appreciation for you entering our events. Thank you so much. Activating secrets, get negating ties that bind will allow us to take out, well, I mean, we could anyways, but taking out the Mech Knight Morning Star. We are going to attempt to swap Cleric, eating the Canadia. Purple Nightfall to the field, activating our Ice Dragon's Prison. By doing so, we would have banished both of them, but we will put our monster face down. Because we now have a Purple Nightfall here, however, we will negate and it will not banish itself. So Susu is struggling right now. Unlucky. Book of Moon, putting the Avram face down. And this should just be a matter of cleanup for Shay at this point. Swap Cleric flipped face up. We're going to go ahead and link into our Link Disciple. Hello, Kexiled. Swap Cleric, get drawn. Does not go into our Mech Knight Morningstar. Interesting. Oh wait, we already did. Never mind. We would have gone into it if we had a second copy, but decks don't play 2 copies. Susu appears to be mounting a bit of a comeback here. Activating Ring of Destruction. Why would we do that? Am I missing something? Very interesting. IDP number 2. Dranzer, correct. We are playing Zero Memories. Left at 100 life points. The most anime-ass anime comeback about to happen here. Maybe. Maybe. You're not actually going to try and use that, right? There will be no seizing of the wind. This is Yusei's time to shine. We're popping off here. We're popping off. Oh no. We're going to be able to activate the ties that bind here. Our purple Nightfall, now stronger than the red moon. Attack in, take it out, and blue sky will deliver the lethal blow, defeating 2 uses of IDP to get a game 1 lead. Well done, Susu. Okay, about a 2-0 right now. Well, I don't know how you 2-0 after losing game 1, so unless you can somehow change the future, go back in time, and undo that loss. Not really a brick. This is actually pretty common for Mech Knight turn 1. Even the tiniest scrap has value. Words that Susu lives by. His back is up against the wall. Activating Purple Nightfall effect in response to the Canadia. We out of here, searching for a copy of Blue Sky. Follow up. Getting in for 23. Passing back to Susu. Special summoning Indigo, normal summoning Abram, 2 bodies on the field. Ties that bind will allow us to... We can already clear the red moon, but... What is the monster in hand? Very interesting. So if this isn't a spell trap, are we just worried about giving our opponent a column? Purple Nightfall returning. We remember there was no delay on this one on the previous turn. We might have unrestricted plays here. Blue Sky searched on the last turn is going to be able to add 1 more Mech Knight card. I don't think it's going to matter. We may have wanted to play that. Depends on what it was, though. Finding a copy of Mech Knight Avram. Check this out. Influx, that's not actually true. So what you're referring to is Ib. So Ibli is the combination of Ib and Lee. Lee is the fairy, Ib is the girl. And the girl Ib is the sister of Girsu, or is it Girsu? Is that a base name? I can't remember. Spearman. They're the siblings. Avram and Ib are not related. Ningirsu, right. Thank you. And sorry, I did not mean to do a nerdge. Well, actually, but I just happened to go over the lore again yesterday because I was incorrect about some of the lore and got into a nerdge conversation about it. Like, I was under the impression that the crawlers were the bad guys. But apparently, quote unquote, they're not. At least that's what people were trying to argue. Well, actually, they're like... The crawlers are actually, like, trying to protect the planet. Yes, they may kill humans, but it's only because that's what their programming was. They're just trying to protect the Earth. Che winning game number 2. Crawlers just exist. Do I know the story about Alistair the Invoker? Yes. Like, I'm pretty sure the crawlers and the mech knights very specifically kill humans. They're basically like, oh, humans left their nature preserves, murk them. It's like, so my understanding of the lore before I educated myself was, I thought the crawlers were the bad guys. The mech knights were made to defeat the crawlers. I thought Morningstar was built to fight the crawlers. But apparently Morningstar, despite being a mech knight card, is not actually a mech knight in the lore. Like, this here, Morningstar, the mech knights fought against it. So for some reason, the bad guy that the mech knights fought is their boss monster. Or one of them anyways. Which makes absolutely no sense to me from like a lore perspective. Why? I also like how in the lore they're like, and Lee died. Don't ask how. Nobody knows how Lee died. Lee was like, I'm gonna become a god. She helps create the Morningstar. She dies mysteriously. Don't fucking ask, excuse my language. Don't ask how. She just dies, question mark. It's not explained in the lore how Lee dies. She's just gone. I don't know, like, gone. Apparently, Morningstar messes up the planet so bad that they're like, well, the only solution is to kill virtually every human and then put them into a nature preserve. And if you leave your nature preserve, we kill you. Yeah, to my knowledge, it's not explained at all in Flux. It's just like, and Lee died. Don't question it. Also, she randomly became... Lee killed herself. But why? It doesn't say that in the lore anywhere. At least as far as I'm aware. According to the translation of the lore book or whatever, it's just like... ... and Lee died. She was going... Yeah, you know, if you're trying to, like, destroy the planet, I guess that does technically count as going through some stuff. What's the best video? I don't know. Google it. I'm sure there's plenty of people who have done deep dives on the lore. I still like my headcanon better, that the crawlers were the bad guys. Mech Knights were designed to fight them, but couldn't contain them properly. Don't forget the Orcust. I mean, that comes later. Ningirsu gets really sad that his sister is dead and decides to destroy the planet, I guess, question mark. The Orcust stuff doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Jay is on the ropes. And we come back. Orcust support when? We should be getting it in the next main box. Rigged to finals. True. What is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series? That's a tough question. Probably 5Ds, but there's a couple caveats. Like, it's probably some combination of 5Ds, Zexals, and Arc 5, but with like asterisks on all of them. Like, Arc 5 is good until the end. Or let me take that back. Arc 5 is good until certain parts of it. Zexal is kind of mid until later on, and then Zexal gets much better. 5Ds is probably the most overall fine. Like, with like, it has dips in quality, but as an overall series, it's probably the best. But like, if you were to ask me which series I was predisposed to most likely enjoy, it's probably Arc 5. You say never lost and that was stupid? I mean, technically, didn't he kind of lose against Callan? They just called off the duel. Am I wrong, though, Influx? Like, my chief complaints against Arc 5 would be the end of the series and... What do you mean Atem never lost? He lost, like, multiple times in the series. Are you joking? I can, like, without even thinking that hard, I can name 3 losses. He lost against Kaiba. I mean, to be fair, it was cheating, but still. He lost against Raphael. And that was like a legitimate loss. Like, there was no bullshit there. He just straight up got his ass handed to him. Raphael is in canon. It's my canon and you can be quiet. Shut up. is anime canon. And he loses to Yugi. Like, come on, that's like the entire point of the end of the series. He didn't just lose to Yugi, like Yugi styled on his ass. He got read like a goddamn book. And you can't convince me otherwise. Oh my goodness! Still gonna get lethaled because of Canadia, and just like that, in a 2-1 victory, Susu Soya is your Duel Links Grand Prix number 17 Grand Champion. Congratulations. Wasn't Sherry close to win against Yusei? I think so, if I remember correctly. Losses to Kaiba and the blonde nerd girl were... Okay, Wandering, I disagree there. The whole point of early Yu-Gi-Oh! Was not, like, to play fair. It was, how do you beat your opponent? Like... Especially if you go back to the roots of like season 0 Yu-Gi-Oh! Like cheating was like half the point of the goddamn games. Like, what are you talking about? Let us take a quick look at the deck lists. We are pulling up the deck lists. Alrighty. Here is Susu's deck list. Fairly standard Mech Knight list. We are running the 6 flip downs. We are playing the Yellow Star, which a lot of deck lists have dropped. And we're playing the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Good card for the single elimination format. Very nice. And while it did not win, we do have Jay's spicy version electing to run no copies of Memories and running 2 copies of IDP. Very interesting. We have Kuya Hertz's fairly standard Dark Magician list. I would say the only thing here is that we are only playing 2 book, 2 circle. We are playing a Crackdown over another, like, say, IDP. Or not IDP, Compulse. Otherwise, fairly standard. You can go back and forth on 2 and 3 copies of the Fusion spell. Here is the top 4 hero list played by Yasui. Looking pretty clean here. Fairly standard build overall. Ban hero? Nope. If anything, buff hero. Let's go! We got a couple more deck lists that I would like to show off before we stop with that part of it. Here is Curry's version of Metal Foes. Hello, Hawks Tagami. And here is Giorfio's Crusadia list. Kaiju Crusadia. We are doing quite well, Hawks. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. Used 3 effects here to quote-unquote good effect, using specifically the ability to protect his Equimax from destruction once per turn. Very nice. I like it. Clean, clean. Excuse me. Can you not start a tournament that early anymore? You do realize that that particular tournament is meant to be an early one, right? My goal as a tournament organizer is to support as many different people as possible. And the Duel Links Grand Prix SE is specifically targeted to people in both the Asian region and EU. I'm just trying to offer them a tournament. Yeah. We also do host a tournament that is at more friendly times for other people, so it's not like we're trying to just, like, you know, out here punishing people. It is just me trying to offer something to everybody. You signed up for the tournament? I don't believe we have any signups at the moment. What's the best one for Ohio? Well, if you are available on Wednesdays during the day, it would be the Duel Links Grand Prix. If not, we typically will also host an event on Sunday. The sign up has not gone up yet, but the Sunday one is typically 2 p.m. Eastern. Just go into the Discord, choose the Duel Links event role, and you will get notified whenever we put a tournament up. They are free to join. Just wait for that ping. Check out the Discord, you know, every once in a while. See if we have a tournament link up for you. It is, in fact, free entry, yes. All prize pool is funded by your subs and by the adges. And then anything else comes out of pocket. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it here for today's stream. The next one will either be later today or when I'm going to... Theoretically, I should try and do a bit of ladder climb. If not later today, it will be tomorrow. We will do new box content tomorrow for sure. And then the tournament for the new box should be on Sunday. Can you take a quick peek at Shay's list again? Yes, I will bring that up for you right now. And then the extra deck is standard, Mech Knight. I can bring it up for you, though, if you really don't know what a Mech Knight extra deck looks like. Alrighty, guys. I will see you again either later today or tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow, though, for new box content. We will probably be playing both Resonators and Solfachord, so it will be tomorrow, right? That'll be the 31st. Yes. I believe it's an early morning box, in which case we will definitely have a stream for it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and raid my boy Whirl. Master Duel, I can't, but please go support my boy World. See you guys later.